everybody, it's Sinn coming to you from Bern, Indiana. Today in my work-related Make a Claim speech, I want to talk to you a little bit about the printing industry and deforestation. In 2017, Wise and Goldman published an article that said 3 years ago, in 2014, 73.4 million acres were affected by deforestation. To put this in perspective, America is only 2.3 billion acres. At the rate mentioned by Wise and Goldman, it would only take 36 years to completely remove all of the trees in the United States. Many people claim that the printing industry is hurting our forests, but in all actuality, it is a much more natural industry. AJL reported in 2009 that the most detrimental industry to deforestation is cattle ranching. Now, tree huggers have been around since 1730, when 363 men and women lost their lives trying to protect the trees in their village from being torn down to build a palace in India. And now, 289 years later, tree huggers are still prevalent. But the question is, where does the line of deforestation being detrimentally affected by the printing industry versus other industries get drawn? To begin, let's discuss where I work. I work at a printing company in Bern, Indiana called EP Graphics. We use millions of dollars worth of paper a year, yet the European forest, where we get most of our paper, was reported by Kelly in 2016 as increasing by 1.5 million football fields every year. We also offer a few different options to our customers to try and cut down on the amount of deforestation that we are causing. We offer 10% and or 30% recycled paper upon request, and also any paper we do use from the United States paper mills comes from an industry that supplies 2.4 million Americans with jobs and $99 billion worth of salaries to these 2.4 million Americans. Also, roughly 1/3 of our paper comes from sawmill scraps and or wood chips. This means that we are not getting this straight from the trees. We also use a thing called pulp. An additional 1/3 is the recycled paper that I just mentioned above. Another fun fact is that these paper mills that we retrieve our paper from, they often have managed forests. Well, sustainably managed forests can remove more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than non-managed forests. This was recorded in 2016 by two sides. There are more natural activities and industries that are more detrimental to forests than the paper industry. This includes the beef and cattle ranching. Some actualities about this industry is that 90% of the Amazonian land deforested between 1996 and 2006 is now used for cattle. This was recorded by AJL in 2009. 60% of Brazil's greenhouse emission problems come from the beef production sectors of the country. This was also reported by AJL in 2009. Now, let's switch our focus to a few other causes that are not near as large as the beef industry, but can still be considered larger than the printing industry. Lamb, in 2013, reported logging is one of the #1 concerns after cattle ranching. Indonesia is a large logging country. Indonesia is full of large illegal logging companies. 80% of all of their exported logs are obtained illegally. Another industry that Lamb reports in 2013 is infrastructure. Road construction is a concern due to the new traffic and influx of people coming to a new area. Whenever they widen a road, they often cut down trees, and also whenever they widen a road, it becomes a more public road. It becomes a road that people use more often than the narrower roads, or the roads are considered more country or rural roads. There's also forest fires. Wise and Goldman reported in 2017 that forest fires are one of the more detrimental sources of deforestation. Although forest fires are important to killing off undergrowth and the vines that may grow up and choke trees from growing, forest fires are still a problem. Tropical rainforests rarely ever experience natural forest fires, unlike the North American forests. Whenever a forest fire occurs, there are negative results from these forest fires. Carbon is released, biodiversity dies, and forest structure is killed off. There's many causes such as these, but these are 3 that I found most important. To conclude, despite the many people claiming that the printing industry is harming our forests, there are many more things that contribute to the high deforestation rates, much more than the printing world. Like many things in our world, we cannot focus on just one aspect and say it is a primary reason. There are so many contributing factors to deforestation that it is important for us to look at it from every angle. By finding out what is truly harming deforestation, We can stop attacking those, like the printing industry, who are small contributors, and instead focus on larger problems and address them accordingly.